Home Life and Style is brought to you by the Pine Hills, offering inspired new homes and daily adventures just 45 minutes from Boston. Longfellow Design Build, architect and builder for Cape Cod and beyond. Snow & Jones, a fixture in New England homes since 1952. And by Classic Tile and Stone, your tile and stone destination.
Hi, I'm Parker Kelly. Welcome to Home Life and Style. I am passionate about design, food, and travel. I love discovering new places, meeting new people, and sharing who they are, how they live, and what they love. In each episode, I'll introduce you to a new destination through the eyes of the people who call it home. Join me as we celebrate these towns, these people, these homes in style. Today I'm on my way to the south coast of Massachusetts, to the small town of Mattapoisett on the western shores of Buzzards Bay. The town is 30 minutes from Providence and approximately an hour from Boston. Mattapoisett was once a major shipbuilding center in the 1800s, supplying vessels to the shipping and whaling industries. In fact, some 400 ships were built in the town's shipyards. After the whaling industry declined, the town transitioned into a popular summer resort for prominent New York and Boston residents. Mattapoisett is the Wampanoag word, meaning place of rest, and remains just that, with a beautiful harbor, tons of history, and quaint New England streets and homes. I'm on my way to a part of the town known for its historic lighthouse. I'm on my way to Ned's Point Road. I'm on my way to meet homeowners Mike and Cynthia in their 12-bedroom, 9,500 square foot colonial revival home. The antique home, originally built as a summer getaway in 1917 by William York Peters, a noted Boston architect, originally had 15 bedrooms, with 7 of those 15 being for staff. The historic home sits on nearly 4 acres, overlooking Mattapoisett Harbor, and has several gardens, including a parterre garden, as well as a solarium and a delightful tea house, to name a few things. The couple describe their decor as traditional, as they've tried to adhere to the colonial revival style as to create a comfortable English country feel. The incredible landscape was designed by Arthur Shercliffe, who co-founded the first 4-year landscape architectural school at Harvard with the notable landscape architect Frederick Law Olmsted. Mike and Cynthia have lived in Mattapoisett for 32 years, 18 of those in this palatial home. They bought the home in 2002. The home is locally known as the Silver Gull, an inn that ran from 1951 to 1963. At that time, the Silver Gull offered many things beyond beautiful rooms and 7 exquisite fireplaces, including a fine dining restaurant, scenic tours, and even the occasional dog show. Mike and Cynthia have lovingly restored the home and property and absolutely love its rich history. In fact, Mike and Cynthia still fly the Silver Gull flag, and Cynthia has even written a 100-plus page book chronicling its majestic story. Mike was born and raised in New Jersey and is the president of a management consulting company specializing in the biotechnology and pharmaceutical industries. Cynthia was born and raised in Missouri and is the co-founder and partner in an information and technology strategy company, helping businesses use information technology to help solve complex problems. The two have no children or pets, but instead enjoy entertaining their friends and family on their quiet slice of heaven. I'm going to meet these homeowners, tour their magnificent estate, and then we're going to explore the area and celebrate home life and style on Ned's Point Road in Mattapoisett. When I arrived at the house, it was Mike who greeted me initially. Mike is an antique car aficionado who yearly hosts a huge antique car show on his property. Because of his passion for antique cars, Mike offered to take me for a spin in his 1947 Ford Super Deluxe station wagon, aka Woody Wagon, to pick up lunch before the home tour. We headed to one of Mike and Cynthia's treasured local haunts, the Oxford Creamery, a classic New England ice cream shop and restaurant. On the way, Mike gave me the rundown of the town, and then put me up to a challenge.
If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning, I'd hammer in the evening, all over this land. I hammer out danger.
How did I do for my first time?
You did great.
Having passed my test, we arrived at the Oxford Creamery. Quite in style, I may add. Owners Liz and Ken Ackerman met us at the takeout window with trays overflowing with some local favorites. Lobster rolls, French fries, and an ice cream frap. I hadn't had a frap in years. What a treat. We met Cynthia back at the house and enjoyed lunch out in their tea room with views of their spectacular property. After our delicious lunch, it was finally time for the home tour. My appetite already whetted.
Thanks, Cynthia. Nice to see you.
Welcome. Good to
Hey,
see
Parker,
you.
welcome to the Silver
Hello,
Gull.
Mike. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
The Silver Gull. Is it still called the Silver Gull? That's the history of it.
Yes.
We revived it, yes.
Yes. So we'll tell you all about the history of the house.
I
Come on
can't
in.
wait. I can't wait. And it looks like some of the history is still here.
Perhaps the finest room in the house that he designed is the living room. It's all oak or walnut paneled.
Walnut.
Isn't that
Has a
magnificent?
Carrara marble around the fireplace.
When we had the 100th anniversary, Cynthia did one of those self-published books. In fact, I can see it here on the bookcase. And so that's what was really the genesis for us kind of compiling all whatever pictures we could collect or whatever history we could collect.
So we're in the Peters dining room, and this was also part of the dining room when it was the Silver Gull. They used the living room and the dining room for dining. But Mr. Peters, evidently in his original architecture, had something similar in mind of being able to connect the living room and the dining room, because this wall comes down.
So these three panels lift and come out, and those two sconces are on hinges that are in the living room, and they fold back into the wall so that the sconces are now facing from the living room this way, and this is finished like a dining room tabletop.
Let's go down the hall and we'll look at Mr. Peters' library. As we've had five, this is my mother's player piano
Oh, really?
from the 1930s.
Yep, you got the roll inside.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mike had it restored, so it's fully operational. So this is a very warm, cozy room. We come in here for the winter a lot, watch Patriots football games. And these are Mildred Young's family girandole here that were on their mantles in the family home in Fairhaven, and I think also on the table, dining room table. When Mr. Peters designed the house, he designed the living quarters upstairs, but he also smartly designed a two-bedroom suite downstairs.
Oh.
But when the Silver Gull was in operation, the Smarts didn't have really use for bedrooms. So they took down the wall and made the two bedrooms into their dance floor. And they put shingles, you'll see, on the wall and starlights, and that was their dance floor. When Dick and Mildred moved in, he didn't have any use for a dance floor, so he used it to dry his sails. And then Mildred was recovering from some hip surgery. And
Talked to the doctor, and the doctor said,
suggested
So,
swimming would be good for Mildred's recovery. So this would have been in the 60s, when the height of luxury would be to have an indoor swimming pool.
basically what Dick did was he cut a hole in the floor and basically put a concrete pool in.
oh, this is a lovely room.
So I think this has always been, again, another lovely space to entertain and be with family and have fun. And the room has always been either this green or pink. Because as we were doing a little painting, we got the knife out and dug through the layers of paint, and it's always been one of those colors. I think the green was the original from the Peters, and then at some point it was the 50s Bermuda pink.
Oh.
This is the original butler's pantry. It had yellow Formica countertop when we first came in.
Which was appropriate for the time, maybe?
Yes.
Well, for the 70s.
For the 70s. From 70 to 72.
Discovered this pass-through when we were working on the kitchen. I happened to be in New Jersey on a business trip. Had to spend the weekend. There was nothing to do. I bought an old house magazine that had an article on butler's pantries. And it described that there was always a pass-through. So I called Mike, and I said, there must be a pass-through. You must look. Well,
You called him here while you're in New Jersey,
Yes.
asking to go search for the pass-through.
And he said, don't worry, we found it.
Yeah.
They found it, he and the carpenters had uncovered it earlier in the week. What they had uncovered was just the opening. And I said, well, is the window still there? And he said, what window? And I said, according to the article, there will be a window. There was always a window. And he said, hold on a moment, put the phone down, and looked up, and sure enough, he could see the pulleys. So the window was gone, but we had our friend Dan Bungert make a wooden so that we can pull this down and completely.
So
keep
it
the
was a
panels.
window
So
originally.
there was a window originally.
And this is your kitchen now.
So this is our kitchen now. We cook a lot. I like to bake. Mike's a great chef himself, so we cook and have family meals sometimes at this
Just the two of
other
us.
island.
So if I press this box, the flag for garage fell off. I have to take the thing apart and put the flag back on. But Miss Jane was the daughter of the Peters. Library, it'll say Mrs. Peters' room, Mr. Peters' room.
Are those original, the
Yes.
little names up
Yes.
there too?
Oh, those stickers
So
are the
that-
original
that's
stickers.
The
Oh,
library.
they-
When you hit the library button, that's the one that came down. So here we are. These are the blueprints for the house, first
The
floor
original.
and second
Yeah.
floor. So we can see on here Mr. Peters' original design, and that's how we know that the wall between the dining room and the living room was original. And this is the aerial photo that the Silver Gull used for their postcard.
Wow.
So you can see the house here and then the original garden that Shercliffe designed, which was 100 feet long.
150 feet by
150 feet.
75.
And so where's the other house now? Is that, where's,
Is the other
The
house, our
original tea
neighbors,
house.
is here.
Right.
And the tea house is hidden. You can't quite see it, but it's in the trees. So we moved that over here to replicate the sunken garden. And you can see the edge of the working other driveway.
And there's the carriage house
And
where my
this
sister
is
lives.
right here.
Let's go upstairs. We got, I don't know, 12 or 15 more rooms to see.
12 or 15 more
I don't
rooms?
know, I have to recount them every time.
How do you find one another in the home?
Scream.
No, I cannot imagine
Well, I
Cynthia
have to-
screaming. Oh,
Was Mrs. Peters' bedroom,
oh,
according
now
to
this
the
looks like
blueprint.
Downton Abbey.
So this is our bedroom. We use it as a master suite, but this was her room. So she had a closet for her hats. There's an entire closet that runs the back wall here. So she had exquisite closet space.
With two doors. You could get into her closet from this door
Or from
or
this
from
door.
that door. It runs the whole width.
Perfect, I love it.
And then she had, and Mr. Peters had a private terrace up here, or deck.
Oh, wow.
So we can go out there and take advantage of the view.
This is the deck over the solarium off the master bedroom suite, such that you had a private place to come out and maybe have your tea or coffee or your lunch. We tend to use this for drinks and small group dinners here at the table, sit here for a cocktail, and especially at sunset when the sun is going down on the inner harbor. Sometimes we'll come out here in the morning and catch the sunrise, but the trees you don't
Yeah.
really get much of the sunrise, but it is very calm out here usually in the morning. And you can kind of watch some of the boats going in and out.
This bedroom overlooked the garden, had a beautiful view, and I use it as my dance studio. So
Your dance studio.
I'm a dancer. I've danced since I was 3 years old, I think, and I still go to class, still go to ballet class twice a week. So I use this as my studio, and then I dance in here every day.
And how are these floors for what you do? Are these good?
Wood floor is what you want as a dancer, so it will cushion and it's much easier on your knees. These are a little slippery, so you're a little careful when you turn. And I have a mat I can put down when I have my pointe shoes on because the satin tips are pretty slippery.
I'm just dying to see you turn.
You want to do a turn?
You can't do it in those shoes?
As long as I don't hurt you, I can do it. You can do one.
Oh, look at it. That's so lovely. Oh.
Parker, there's a phone call for you.
This is...
Pardon me while I take my call. It's backlit.
Parker, this is Mike. How's the tour going so far?
Oh, the tour is going really well. It's a sizable property, and so it's taking us a little bit longer than we think, but we're enjoying it thoroughly. So many details, so many stories, so many names. It's a real soap opera.
Okay.
Thank you so much. See you in the hallway in a second. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So this is Miss Jane's room. She was the younger of the two girls. So this was her bedroom.
I mean, and for a child's room, and enough room for a chaise and a desk and a chair and a dresser.
A wonderful closet with built-ins.
And this was Miss Jane's.
Miss Jane's
This was
room.
Miss Jane's, and Miss Amy's was over here.
Amy was the first of
This
the two
was-
daughters.
This was the third.
Oh, yes.
Amy was the first of the two daughters.
First of the two daughters, and so
So-
she got a preferential room.
Yes.
We guess.
And we use this as our primary guest suite because this is the nicest.
Well, how about if I ring my Miss Amy's room bell, and then they'll know Miss Amy needs a cup of tea.
And then either Cynthia or Mike will be the ones that have to come. But now we're entering from the formal rooms
To the staff.
to the staff side, the back staircase.
So when we moved in, this floor was completely bare. There were rugs on top, but the finish had completely worn away, and it was a lighter color. These are the staff linen press.
And this is where we keep, you asked about lifestyle, so this is where we keep all the games.
All our games and puzzles.
Plus some extension cords and some glass cleaner and the plunger, but from here up is
Everything we need
the,
to operate the house.
all our puzzles, games, and some of these are truth or consequences from the 60s or
Wow.
high risk game from the 70s. So this is my work in progress room. This is my playroom.
Ah,
And we designed a layout. We built it together. We've wired in the signals so you can have operating signals. And these two trains here are the original trains my father bought. And then the rest of them are modern trains, which are actually controlled, not like the old trains where you had to put power down the line with your transformer. Today, everything's done electronically.
yep. And this is where you have like control of your universe.
Yes.
Absolutely.
In a world where right now we're feeling like this sense of lack of control, where everything's just sort of beyond our ability to keep it, this is where you gain it all back and feel
That's
good.
I've got joy to share with you in my arms. Just a little hug every day will solve your problems. I got love to share with you in my pocket. Just a little kiss on the lips and we'll skyrocket. We go.
At Longfellow Design Build, we design and build new homes, new kitchens, new additions to your home. We handle everything from conception to completion, working in unison with you, for you, so you can have the home you envision, so you can have the home you deserve, so you can focus on what's important. Longfellow Design Build, architect and builder, for Cape Cod and beyond.
Need a fresh, new look for your kitchen or bath? Snow & Jones can help you get there.
We've been located on the South Shore in Cape Cod since 1952 as a family business, so it's given us a long time to establish roots and a good reputation, to be a company that people know you can trust. I think we always tell our customers and clients, like if you're working with a larger company or somebody on the internet, it's hard to find someone to solve your problems, and with us, if you have a problem, we can get you a Jones in 30 minutes. We love to stay up with the trends and put out new things for people to see. And we also, being in that New England market where it is more traditional, we do try to reflect those styles as well. So people really can pick from a variety of different styles and also a variety of different price points. We really try to train our people on style and design as well as the technical aspect, because missing one or the other can really throw everything off. So they have great insight. We really can take all those pieces together and create that full project.
Start your Snow and Jones project today.
The day of our filming just happened to be Mike and Cynthia's brother-in-law, Gary's birthday, and we planned to surprise him with a cake. Gary and his wife Angela live next door in the carriage house that used to be part of the entire estate. I took the short walk on the path between the homes, through the shade garden, to take a quick tour of the carriage house. And then Gary and Angela's daughter Leanne and I met back in Mike and Cynthia's kitchen to make the cake. Carrot cake, Gary's favorite.
So I'm here with Leanne. Leanne is the daughter of the birthday boy, and I dragged her over from the carriage house, and you're going to make the special cake.
Yes, we're making a carrot cake today.
Now, is this a family recipe, or is
it's
this
just our favorite?
Your favorite recipe. So we're gonna make it, and then we're gonna surprise him tonight.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, so where do we start?
So the first thing we're gonna do is crack some eggs.
Okay.
And then we'll add them to our sugar in the bowl. So we'll add them right into the sugar here. And then in the meantime, what we'll do is we'll whisk together our milk and our oil. Do you want to mix it?
Sure.
All right.
I think I can handle that. Now, a special...
Till it's combined.
Okay.
5 minutes is up, so let's turn it off. Looking
That looks
perfect.
good consistency.
Excellent.
Okay, what's next?
So the one last thing we have to add here is going to be our vanilla.
Okay.
So we'll just take a peek here to add 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla.
All right. See, I've never really been a good baker, quite frankly, because I like to wing everything. And baking is not one of those things that you can wing that much. You still have to be pretty measured.
Still gotta follow the recipe pretty much. So we'll just put a little bit in each.
Is this gonna be a double, like a
two-layer cake?
I make really ugly cakes for my boys, can I just tell you? On their birthday, I always make layer cakes, but they come out really ugly. Is this your dad's favorite cake?
It is. He loves carrot cake.
Yeah. Did you preheat the oven?
We did. We did it to 325.
Okay.
So we'll put this in the oven for about 50 minutes, and we'll have a cake.
There we go. Ready to go. I love that blue inside of the wolf.
I know.
That's a beauty. That's a beauty. All right, sister. Thank you.
Thank you for your help.
Okay, can't wait to taste it for our healthy dinner. See you later.
Sounds good.
I've worked with Kristen and Julie for about 7 years now, and about 30 projects. They care as much as I do about the finished product. And every time I walk in, I'm always like, girls, what do we have new? And they always have things set aside to show me, and every time I go there, it's so exciting. They text me pictures as soon as tile comes in that they think is really exciting. Like even on a Saturday, I'll get a text, and they'll know that I'm just as excited to see it as they are to share it. And so they're my go-to.
Recognized and respected. Classic Tile and Stone on Boston's South Shore. Fleming's of Cohasset. Traditional outside, inspirational inside. Visit our beautiful village and shop, and we'll help you find the light, just as we've been doing since 1942. Budget Blinds, the best in window treatments for your home, in every color, material, and style imaginable, for one room or your whole home. Professional, personalized service with white glove installation. Budget Blinds, here to help you find the perfect solution to transform your home at a price that's right for you. Budget Blinds on Boston's beautiful South Shore. Visit our website or call to schedule a free consultation.
Leanne was a pro, and while the cake was cooking and before the dinner party, Mike and I took off again, this time in his 1936 Ford four-door convertible sedan. We were headed to Spirits, a wine shop in Marion, the next town over. On the way, we cruised around Ned's Point Lighthouse, a major landmark in the town and a place for visitors to picnic and hang out.
So let's go in and see Bert Corkum, my dear friend and the owner of Spirits. here in Marion.
That sounds good.
Bert's owned Spirits since the 70s. There he is. Bert, this is Parker Kelly.
When we arrived at Spirits, their longtime friend and owner, Burton Corkum, gave us some wine for the dinner party.
Thank you.
You're welcome, honey.
All right, we'll see you 6-ish or thereafter for cocktails.
Yeah, I'm gonna run over. We might start at home.
And off we went again, back to the house. We all changed up, and then the guests started to arrive. Some of Mike and Cynthia's dearest friends, Burton and his wife Kate, and John and Gina. Mike had a special surprise. He had invited his friend Joanne, a concert pianist, to come and play the antique piano for us all. We were thrilled to hear the concert rendition of the traditional Happy Birthday song. When we headed out to the yard to enjoy some hors d'oeuvres and wine in the tea room, I could get quite used to this tea room idea. Since it turned out to be such a warm evening, we decided to eat al fresco. I was honored to meet their friends and join in on the birthday celebration that went right through till sunset on this beautiful property.
And the Fearons. Do you know Jillian and Jim?
Night is falling. Happy birthday, Gary. What a beautiful celebration. Mike and Cynthia, this has been, just a lovely, lovely, lovely few days. And the weather has been beautiful, and the home is beautiful and historic.
Thank you.
And having your family right next door, Angela, and where's Charlie? And Leanne, and of course Gary right next door. Through that secret path was just so lovely. Everything was just charming and beautiful. And of course, Kate and Bert, you guys are here. And it's just nice to see and be with you and your friends and your family on this special day in this special town at this special place. That's Home Life and Style from Mattapoisett. Until next week, I'm Parker Kelly. Cheers!
Cheers! Hey, great to have you, Parker.
Thank you.
Gary,
Nice
happy
to meet you.
birthday.
Happy birthday, Gary.
Thank you. Happy birthday, Parker.
Thank you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.